twin flame souls out there. Welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast. And today is an episode number 66. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about 11 weird ways of knowing that someone is your twin flame. In today's episode, we are going to dive into the ways of testing and knowing that if your twin flame is really your twin flame. Although I would just like to start with the fact that it doesn't really matter. The label doesn't really matter, because I see that over and over and over again, we tend to put the twin flame love or twin flame connection into something that is way better, way more, and all of that. While it is, yes, it is a love that you never experienced in your life. It's a connection that made you alive. It's something that profoundly shifted you of who you are as a human or as an ego, who you were before, and now you have to become yourself. And we often, of course, wonder, what just happened to me? Why did I feel this way? And what is this all about? Why I can't stop thinking about this person? Why do I feel certain things? And is it really a twin flame connection? Or am I just crazy? And the need of knowing if someone is your twin flame is very normal. Although in a bigger perspective, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you felt the love that you never felt before in your life. That you became this love that you were not before, and now you are here to spread and make the most of this love. Love energy is the most powerful. But of course, let's discover if you are on this journey. And I'm also going to bring in some other examples that you might not be on this journey and what it can mean to you. I just wanted that with today's episode, you take one message with you. If you have felt a love that is beyond time, that is beyond space, that is something that you cannot describe that happened to you, then it doesn't matter the label. What matters is that you accept this love, you spread this love, and you are this love. But okay, let's dive into how to know if someone is really your twin flame. And actually the first one is the most obvious one, so it means you don't really have to listen to the next ones, but the next ones can be helpful. The first one is the inner knowing. It's this weird inner knowing and I actually I try to use a better vocabulary in terms of saying it weird, because it's not actually weird. It's weird because we've been told not to trust it, but it's actually very normal. And this inner knowing will just start telling you the information, such as, can put it as a label, twin flames, or that you met your other part of the soul, or something is very strong there. Like if you try to convince your mind, like, no, this is not real. What I'm experiencing is not real. I don't believe in this. It's going to stop. I'm not going to feel no longer this way. And when your inner knowing, the soul, will become active inside of you, that makes you feel like you cannot control it no longer. There is no control. It just keeps on telling you, you have met the other part of your soul. You have met someone that vibrates on the same frequency as you do, or is the same like you. And today we call them twin flames. Maybe in the future we will call it differently. But the truth is your inner knowing that just knows. How it knows? I don't know, but it knows. And when you have this strong pull towards that. I just know. How I know? I don't know how I know, but I just know. Many of you, and this is something that is actually the first pillar. If you're trying to make it up, if you're trying to make up that, okay, I see this sign, this must mean I'm on a twin flame journey. I heard this song, this must mean I am on the twin flame journey. So you're like trying to constantly confirm yourself that you are on this journey instead of trusting and listening, then you're not. If you're constantly trying to find a validation that you are on this journey, then the chances are that you are not on this journey, or the chances are that you have not yet connected with your soul. And that's okay, because when we first come to this journey, it's difficult to grasp it, what just happened. And of course, when we start getting an information about, oh, you have met your twin flame, this is what is happening, this is what it is, you're trying to get some logical answers, you're trying to get some logic behind it. I'm just going to say there are not many logical answers to it. There is something that is now awakened, and this something is your soul that is now awakened and trying to get your attention and quiet your mind. So if you're constantly trying to make things up for yourself in order to fit into some box, then you're not somehow on a twin flame journey, because you are creating reality that is not the truth, because you're not trusting your inner voice. But when you feel that, okay, if he is my twin flame, then he is my twin flame, and you feel how your soul gets warm, you feel how you connect, then you are on this journey. You don't need actually the external validation of being on this journey or not. That's why those of you who are on the consultation call with me and they're asking, am I on this twin flame journey? Is he my twin flame? And I always say, well, we're going to figure this out by connecting to the universe and with your higher self, because the answers are there. I can make up anything and tell you, oh, yes, no. Of course, there are certain things that now I can tell that are lining into place, which drives us towards it, although the answers are within yourself. And I can see that those of you who are meditating more, those of you who are connected to the higher self, they get the answer very quickly. Those of you who are not yet there, it takes time, and be patient. Other thing is about this inner knowing. For example, you have this inner knowing that I know he is my twin flame or she is my twin flame. How I know, I don't know. But I just know. It's the same like at school. You know, when you had a test in school and you got the test and there were multiple answers, and you see the question first time and you have no clue what the answer is, but something inside of you tells you, just put B, must be B. And then your mind kicks in and says, no, how it can be A, C, D, and your doubt kicks in and all of that. Once you receive the test back and you see, oh my God, it was B. I knew it all along. Why didn't I trust? How to build this inner knowing into a better form is definitely a meditation, journaling. Start journaling today. Do not hold yourself back of how and what you should say. Allow it to come as it comes. Your inner self knows it all. And if you have fears, if you have insecurities, if you have anything that is holding you back, it's now the time to release them. Can you imagine you had a chance to feel the love you never felt before, and you're still holding on to the lower vibrational energies? This 2024, let go of them. Let go of any fear that is there. And the way you can let go of the fear is by talking to someone, by doing by shadow work, inner child work, and journaling. All of these things will help. And meditation. Meditation is the key to everything. Read some of the comments on YouTube where you can see how others are writing what they have done and what helps them. And obviously share your own feedback as well, because we have to understand we are a community together and we are helping each other to become a higher self. Because once you are a higher self, you have the power and you have the answers without a doubt. But of course, what helps a lot is sometimes just to talk to someone. I know we cannot really talk to strangers about it because it's way out there, but I've given an opportunity that people can book the call with me and talk with me. The community we have this Sunday on 18th of February, we have another community call together. You have a chance to share and talk about it. Do not sit there and kill yourself by yes, no, this must be it, no, it is not. You can get to know about it very quickly. But also what I wanted with today's episode, what I would like to bring forward is that it doesn't matter. Like, let go of the label. Let go of the idea that, yes, I am on this twin flame journey. Now things has to be this way. There is no blueprint how the things exactly have to be. What it's going to teach you is to trust, letting go, to surrender, and listen to this inner knowing, this soul that knows so much. Your mind knows very little, but your soul knows everything. And if your soul tells you right now, if you ask this question, is he my twin flame? And the first comes, yes, then you are. Do not let your brain to come in to tell you yes or no, the first thing that comes. And you can do this by asking many questions of yourself. Like, for example, do I like to go to beach or forest? You say, and all of these things that are coming. And then you can put it in, is he my twin flame or not? And if it comes yes, yes, because one point the soul will just tell you everything. Like when you switch off the mind. Try many questions in a row if you still are doubting your inner self, but the knowing. Number one, like example of you being on this journey, the weird thing, the weird inner voice, although I don't like calling it weird because it's actually the core of everything, knows that you are on this journey. And the only way you can trace back of understanding it better for your mind, because what you want is the peace for your mind, is by writing things down. Have a journal with you, write on your phone. I am also going to give you a blueprint in this year that will help you to gather this for your mind and give a peace to your mind. So the next thing is how to know if someone is your twin flame is synchronicities. You're going to have very weird synchronicities that are going to happen, whether when you met your twin flame or way before that you had no idea you are on this journey. I have a bit of a personal story with this, and I'm going to tell you that somehow your soul always knows that there is this other part of the soul, the energy, and it's been around you all the time. And I'm just going to bring in my own example that somehow every life decision you make, everything that you have is somehow already connected because everything is connected. And when the time is right, when you're ready, and the universe or the God, or because you are the universe and your energy says, now it's the time, because think about it, how many things have to fall into a place that you will meet this person at this time over there in these circumstances. What is the possibility? So everything is somehow interconnected. And many of us can see our twin flame also. If you are in a meditation, you can see them prior in your meditations. You can have this weird feeling that there is someone else out there and I haven't met them yet, but there is someone. and I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Like you're constantly seeking for someone, but at the same time, you live normal life. You do everything normally, but you're feeling like you're seeking for someone. And that moment when you come across with your twin flame in 3D, it's like you're realizing, oh, that was the person. I don't know how, but I always knew that there is this person out there. Or you have some other little synchronicities, such as some childhood, like let's say you went to the similar school, or there was another connection, that there always been somehow some connection, which you don't know in the beginning, but you will understand once you are on this journey. Because it can be that you were not yet ready for it, but there was already the process was happening that is going to happen to you this lifetime. Or you have similar interests, or you have similar things that you would never do one or another. Or let's say you've been in a hospital at the same time, or you have been in a school where, you had to read some kind of poem that was very connected to you, or music that was very connected, or movies, or something that was so connected and no one really understood, but something was there for you. And I'm just going to bring a story which was a light bulb moment for me another day. I had to come up with a new name for a logo. And I was just thinking, like, because all my businesses, and I'm just going to say all my businesses, because I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 19. And when I started at the age of 19, I obviously didn't know that it will take me down that road. And all of them always have started with the letters of M, S, and B, which I used to translate into Miss B, based on who I am. But another day, I had this light bulb moment that no, my subconscious, my soul has always told me, because M is the letter that my twin flame name starts with. S in between is somehow like infinity and or Kundalini rising, and B is my name. And it was so clear vision for me that I realized I knew it all the time. Because many people always ask me, why do you have such a strange way of starting your names? And I was like, I don't know. It's just, my name is difficult, so it's easier this way. Well, it wasn't because of that. It was because of my soul was giving me this information. And now we can, of course, argue by saying that, well, it's another like way of like bringing a validation or trying to make sense of the things. I'm just going to say that today, the day I realized out what was this meaning behind why I was always doing it, it was like I completed a puzzle piece, because I never understood. I tell you, people were always asking me, why is it like this? And I said, I don't know. It is just like that. It didn't make sense at all. And the night I woke up at the middle of the night and I said, oh my God, I knew it all the time, and the vision I had and everything. Of course, now my visualization and my channeling are so much stronger because I do this daily and I'm so connected. So I get clear answers. I get clear information. It's no longer like halfway there, halfway here. And then I realized it was not an accident. It was not an accident at all. It was not just that it came to me. It was preparing me for that day. And again, everything is connected. Every single thought, even the negative ones. That's why I say, do not think negative thoughts of your twin flame, such as they don't love you, they don't care about you, they are with somebody else, they love somebody else more than they love you, they actually never loved you, because you're going to also manifest this. So be very careful of what you're saying. Manifestation is not only positive affirmation. Manifestation is everything connected of what you say and how you say. And the tip of the day I'm going to say is when you become vulnerable and honest, because honesty is the key over here. Become vulnerable and honest. What hurts you, what you love, what connects with you, you are going to create the life of yours. But if you have any negative thoughts, you want to harm anybody, you're gonna do any of this, then the God will try to hold it back as long as it can. God or the universe or whichever way you want to call it. So work on yourself first. Release everything. If you wish to have a love of your life, release all the fears or the insecurities, everything. Let go. Let go of everything. Again, those of you who haven't read The Power of Now, the links are in bio of those who feel like, okay, it's now my time. And again, she's repeating it. I think it's a sign for me, then it's a sign for you. The third one would be that you are asking a sign from the universe. It definitely works better when you have a connection with a meditation already, because you have to be in a frequency of understanding it. Otherwise, it will not work. You know, like a radio, we turn the radio and we don't really get the frequency, and so we kind of can hear, but then we don't really understand. Did it say blue or did it say blue, or what else we could put? Blueberry, for example. Like we don't really get it. What it says, we can hear it, but we don't get it. Meditation definitely helps you to get in tune. I have strong channeling meditations on my Patreon that you can try. This week also, a love meditation is there. Those of you who would like to receive love, or would like to connect with the love and feel it because of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is here, and I will make a special episode of, again, sharing some love stories or the twin flame stories, because they are the purest form of love. So make sure to like and subscribe for this week. Love energy, love. So become the love. And in order to understand, you have to connect with yourself. I'm not here like a broken radio to tell you how important is meditation. Meditation is everything. So when you connect with yourself, you connect with the higher self, and you have all the answers. And then you can ask for a sign, such as, if he is my twin flame, show me a red bird. Or if he is my twin flame, show me show me the fox. Or if he is my twin flame, let him come to me in one form or another, such as you will hear his name, or he will reach out to you, or someone will tell you about him. But one of the other effective ways is what I'll do on my consultation calls is that during the call, when we have our first session, you'll tell me the story of yours, and I will see your energy number, your frequency at this moment, what your frequency is telling me. Your energy number, but it's not like it's the frequency number. Actually, I've said it wrong a little bit. I would say it's a frequency. It's a frequency of connecting with the universe and understanding what is happening. Once we have this number, we'll go and dive into the meditation. I will do the energy activation that you will feel stronger with your source. And then you ask, and then you let go of it, like you trust that, yes, if I'm on this journey, it's going to happen. The moment you let go of it, the moment you no longer think about it, you will receive this number, or you will receive the information. I know that some of you who are, quite obvious, because I've done quite a lot of calls now and I keep all of them. I just recently bought another journal already because I keep everything there. It's like, maybe one thing is that I want to see this in a bigger scale. And another thing is that obviously I want to remember all of your story and your journey, as if we got working together in order to release fears, in order to become your higher self. I need to have the ground information of understanding what are the blocks, what are the things. But I was just another day when I had a new one, and I was going back, and I was like, I keep on seeing the synchronicities. And another big thing is that I'm working on is to get an answers of when you feel your twin flame, whichever shape or form, or you get the information or something through telepathy, through connection, and later to see if that was the truth and if that was the real information that you received. But in order to do so, we need to make sure that you are in alignment with your higher self. Again, channeling meditations for this are very helpful. And do not, like, if you would like to become your higher self, if you want to feel what I feel, then start today again. Another powerful exercise for you. Something I came across another day. Again, like you know me, I just listen to my soul most of the time. I would say 99% of the time, and it has helped me so much in terms of becoming vulnerable, honest, showing my weak parts, because I used to be very strong, and I didn't want to show any of my weaknesses, any of my flaws, and I was like, I can handle everything by myself. But luckily on this journey, my soul is there, who is like, if you feel this way, then you have to say this way. If you get this information, then it is like that. There's nothing you can hold back. You can't lie to yourself. And why to even lie to yourself? And so the fourth one will be the birth chart and planetary, how the planets were in place when you were born. And again, I'm not going to say that this is like 100%. And I don't even ever want to say anything on my channel that all of these things are 100%. If you fall into this category, that's how it is. We are still here to learn, and we are still here to understand certain things. But what was my message from the channeling in terms of when this information came to me? And I'm telling you, I have never really looked into my birth chart. I never really paid attention in that sense, like where my planets were when I was born and all of that. Not that I don't believe in it. I truly do. It just never happened to me. And I always, one of the things how I live my life is that when the time is right, information finds me. When it's there, it has to be there. Like, I don't force anything and I don't jump into it. It's like, oh, I have to see this and I have to do that. The only reason I'm sharing it is that you might have also been thinking of doing so. So I know that also human design can be very helpful on realizing if you are on this journey. And we have a person who is doing the human design. I can put you in touch with her. And coming back to the birth chart and planetary. So another day, just out of a blue, I came across with, I think, a website or something. And I was looking into what is happening. And so I just put it in me and my twins, just date of birth and the times we were born. Or I don't know if it was asking the times we were born, but the birth of date and everything. And then I was in shock. Then I was literally in shock. Because everything, all of our planets, our moon, both of our moon is in Pisces. And like I have said to you, we have an age difference. We are on the same sunshine, so that's all right. But a moon, it's not always the same. So our moon was the same. Everything, I don't know how, all of the planets were there, and we were aligning one-on-one almost with all of them except 3 planets. Except 3 planets, we were not aligning. And it was just, I was looking at this and I was just like, oh my God. Like, what was another thing I all of a sudden discovered was like, okay, this is another proof that we are energetically in the same frequency because our planets are the same. And we are the universe, which means we are carrying the energy. We are energy. We are frequency. And when I was looking this more into and more into, I couldn't believe first. I thought, what is this thing? And I'm looking at this, and I remember I had another beautiful soul who told me once that she also had done her planetary alignment and the birth chart and everything, and they were one-on-one with her twin. So again, I'm not saying that this is exactly one of the ways of knowing. That's why I call it weird ways of knowing. But I would recommend you to look into this. And it was something so mind-blowing. And those of you who would like to know more about the birth chart, you can also see it. You can order it from my website, or also human design. If you have the interest, write me an email and I will put you in touch with the person who does the human design. And what is funny, and that's why I'm saying that even though we shouldn't be about the labels that am I on this journey or am I not on this journey, when these pieces of information connect with your soul, then like that, it gives you why coming back to this, why I'm so profound of talking about connecting to your higher self, because the higher self always tells you the truth, and then you get this piece of information to your brain to see it, and that's like all of a sudden you feel how your brain feels like, okay, yes, you were right, yes, you know more. And it calms the brain down. That's why I'm talking about why to become your higher self. Because you have the information. All you have to do is to listen to it. And of course, when we are like puzzled up and we feel the pain and we feel all of it, it's difficult to see the bigger picture. Don't hold yourself back of talking this to with someone or writing it down in your journal, connecting with yourself. Join our group sessions. It's free for the Patreon members. Just really try to make yourself a gift that I'm connecting with my higher self. And from my side of the work is I will make sure to put the best exercises, best channeling meditations, best things out there that you could connect with your higher self. So definitely look into today if you get the moment. I tried to put one link here on the subscription that I was doing, looking at my planetary alignment, and you can try yours as well. And those who want to know more about their birth chart and things over there, this you can hopefully this week order from my website as well. The fifth thing is this magnetic attraction. And that's another thing that you felt when you first met. You felt something so magnetic that you were trying to pull yourself away. You were trying to step aside, but you could not. It was like all of a sudden you could not control yourself. Like it was like someone had sucked the willpower out of you and you are trying to step away and it pulls you back. You're trying to go away and it pulls you back. And you cannot explain to yourself what is happening. You're telling to your mind, it's time to stop. I don't need to go close to this person. I don't need to talk to this person. Who is this person? I don't even know this person. And it's still there over and over and over again. And you cannot explain this. And this is actually a sign. Another sign that you are on twin flame journey is that you don't have words what just happened to you. You're trying to grasp it. You're trying to make sense of the things. And at the same time, you feel like when you're trying to make sense of it, it's like nothing makes sense. I don't know this person. We met very briefly. Maybe not even my type. Maybe it is your type. Like it's something is like you feel how all of a sudden you have no control and the magnet is there that is pulling you together and you're trying to step away. No, the magnet won't stop. And then a next thing will be that you have parallel life experiencing together. So which means, let's say, you're coming from the similar background, or you used to do something when you were younger and then your twin did the same, or that you were in a similar marriage in the sense of, let's say, 2 kids, get divorced, felt like this happened. So you have like a lot of things in common. And again, a lot of people can say that, oh, this is like trauma bonding and all of this. It's different in a sense that you can see that, let's say, you did this 2 years before, and then exact same thing followed 2 years later. And of course, that's the attract of who we are, frequency again. But there are other life experiences, such as, let's say, somebody has lost their parent, or is not, let's say, believing in certain things. I'm just going to bring in my own experience, which was also very strange for me. And I don't really talk about this a lot because I just believe that everybody can choose what makes them happy as long as they do not harm anybody and they don't do anything about, like, they don't fight for it, that, oh, I do this way, this is how you have to do. And when I met my twin and we just talked about something, and I said to him that I don't like going to the hospitals. I really avoid them and I don't really trust them, to be honest. And I've been in my life very little time and I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I've been there, and he looked at me and said, I don't go to hospitals. I don't trust them at all. And then what was funny, that we had an operation at the same age. Yes, we have different, not actually an operation. I was hospitalized. He had, but it was the exact same age and even exact same month. It's just the time difference of what we have as an age gap. And I was like, okay, that's weird, because normally I never heard this, especially in the country I was living in, where the healthcare is in a very high standard. But for me, it was always something else. I just felt something else. And this is my personal opinion. And again, I'm not saying that everybody has to feel this way. But it was funny to hear this from a complete stranger, because none of my other friends share the same vision, and I am absolutely okay with that. I have no, I have no need to tell you that you have to believe this. Look at what is happening there. Look at what is. No, everybody has to know what is the best for them. So I'm just bringing this as an example. I'm sure if you listen to this right now, you have this light bulb moment that, oh, yeah, I felt this, and my twin told me the same thing. We had similar background with this, but we never met during this time, which is funny because we were, let's say, in the same area or same industry or something like this. Then the time, of course. The seventh sign is that the unexpected time dilation, and which means that the time can go slower and time can go faster. And you really don't understand when you were together what happened to the time. Like, it was distorted. It didn't make any sense. Let's say you were together 45 minutes, but it felt like you were together the whole night. So many things happened. You received so much information. It was like you went through some tunnels, like some kind of information was like you were like going fast through it, and you did not understand what happened to you. I remember again why I'm talking about it, because this was a weird experience for me when I first met my twin in a physical, second time, because the first time we met for 5 seconds or a minute, and the next time when we met, we were together 45 minutes drive. Again, why I'm going to say this, that nothing ever happened in between, in a sense of in me and my twin flame. And again, it was never my intention, because I am a very friendly person. And if I can help somebody, if I can do something, I will always do it. I don't, I don't do things in order to expect them back. I do things when I feel that, oh, the person needs help there. And when I met my twin flame in the physical, he was going to the same city as I was going to. So obviously I offered my ride, not saying, oh yeah, find your way, I'm going back on my own with my car, and you take a train. Obviously, it was cold, and obviously, like I said, zero expectation, zero looking for somebody else, nothing like this. And when we were in this car and driving, I don't know what happened at that time, because it was 45 minutes drive, but it felt for me like a lifetime. And I was charged with an information that I had no idea how it came into me. Now if I look at this, it was exactly like if you have seen this kind of videos where like something is going really, really fast through, even in meditations and this, you can get to this point, like you go really, really fast through the light. And I felt that. I felt like how much information I was receiving within this 45 minutes time. But it felt at least, I don't know, 6 hours. I don't even know how to explain this time. Like time was no longer there, and that freaked me out too. I did not understand what happened to the time. And on that moment, obviously, I had no idea that my life had changed forever. And again, to mention, I had no intentions, no feelings towards that, and I just felt something I never felt before. And I'm always the one somehow who listens to my soul. Now, of course, I listen to my soul even more. And I just want to say to you, why is it so important to listen to your soul? And so I'm going back a little bit from the beginning. When I came to this journey and I'm now connected to my higher self tells me sometimes weird things to do. I tell you that. Sometimes it comes out of nowhere and it tells you, you have to do it. And then there is no way I can stop it. Well, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy, or sometimes I'm like, don't know. Some of my insecurities kick in, but I have no way to escape it. And I remember at the end of the year, I started to get this download that there's a woman in our gas station. She escaped from Africa. I can't remember exactly which country. And we've been always very good friends. One another. Like she always comes to me, talks so nicely to me and my children. And she once told me how her children are back at home there. But she never complains. She's like, yeah, they're good and happy. But it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart into the pieces of knowing that some mothers cannot be with their children and they have to earn money in another country in order to provide them something. And that breaks me. It breaks me so badly, because when I think of myself, I'm like, why the world is sometimes like this? Why some moms cannot be with their children and they have to escape and feed them some way or another. And obviously her older kid, who is about, I think, 17, 18, is in Canada studying in a university because she can support with the money. She makes a very little money, to be honest. And just at the end of the year, I started to get this message that you need to put her a little support money together and give it to her as a Christmas present. If you want to do a Christmas present, then this is the Christmas present. And I don't know why, but somehow I didn't run into her during the holidays. I didn't run into her in January. And just another day, I think it was last week, I saw her. And she comes to me, she hugs me, she says, Happy New Year, and super sweet. And I mean, she's just the sweetest person, even though I just don't know how she can go to bed at night knowing that her children are somewhere else. And then I told her that, I have a little gift for you because, you've been very good working and I wanted to give you a little bonus. And I handed her over the money, and her expression was priceless. And also, that's why I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported this channel and have given the likes or comments or anything that helps, that I have extra funds to give it to someone who really, really needs it. So, as you see, it's a ripple effect. as a ripple effect of your kindness to going somewhere. And I had a chance to see this this happiness, and that was my gift. That was my biggest gift, of knowing maybe it will help her to go and see the kids. Maybe she will believe in love and kindness more, and knows that right now it's a hard time, but the hard times will pass because we support each other. And that's why I want to say that if you hear your inner voice is telling you, you have to go somewhere, you have to do something, you have to help these people, you have to connect with your soul, you have to, whatever your inner voice is telling you, please do that. Please be kind, and please be this love, because twin flames are here to spread love, not to hold on to this that I'll be only happy when I get to be with this person. I will only connect when I am with this, when I'm with this person. I'll be only doing, no, start today. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. You know that you are the biggest gift I have, in that sense that I never in my wildest imagination thought that I could connect with the beautiful souls like you. And today I am so blessed. It's like you are my gift. You are my gift of bringing the connection back with my soul, of realizing humanity is here, love is here, and it's all gonna be okay. So why I'm talking, why I keep on telling it. And as you can see right now, every little action, every little thing what you're doing in life has a ripple effect. So make sure that you choose love and you choose kindness. Thank you for that, sis, because again, this experience I get to have was because of you. And thank you. Thank you so much for this. You are amazing. So let's move on from here. For the next 8 thing is the past life. You can do the past life regression or Akashic records. I've done both of them. Past life regression, soul realignment, and Akashic records. My Akashic records was done before I met my twin flame. And during that, there was no sense of information that I have a twin flame, but it was also because, I didn't ask for it. Like I said, I didn't believe any of this. I know that right now I praise all of these things, but I just didn't believe. I was like, okay, another great anecdote over here or great story. Okay, I'll take it with an open mind. I'm a very open-minded person, extremely open-minded. But to make me to believe certain things, I have to experience. Well, God and the universe, of course, made me to experience. But during my Akashic records, the girl who did for me, she said that I had a soul contract with someone and we have to break this down because the soul contract is over and over and over again is coming. And so she break this apart. I just want to say that there's a difference in between soul contract and twin flames. They can be very similar. And soul contract is here if you have done your Akashic records and something happens that over and over and over again, it's high likely that the soul contract and you haven't let go of them. So look into this in a sense. If you can ever do the Akashic records and turns out you have a soul contract, do not ask any questions on the Akashic records. Do not seek for the information. Trust and allow it to come as it comes. And the moment my soul contract in that sense was taken apart, because yes, we can let go of the soul contracts. We can't let go of the twin flames. There's no point because your twin flame is you. You are your twin flame. There is no way of doing any cord cutting, letting go. I mean, just don't waste your money, your time for it. It will not work. And but with soul contract, yes, you can do this all by yourself. We all can access our own Akashic records. So just try to connect and look at even the Akashic Records meditations. Or of course it's better when somebody else is doing, has a longer experience. It's very powerful to understand what is your soul, what are the past life blockages over there and everything. And you can get to know that maybe you've been with your twin flame previously. Maybe there is something in between that is right now you have to, both of you have to learn or experience, because we are here to learn and experience and grow. So the ninth thing is how you can test if you are really on a twin flame journey. And this I always say, I think I have said that on every single episode of mine, or at least where I'm talking about it, is trying to forget about them completely. You can say just, okay, I had enough. I no longer think or feel about you. I don't want to feel you. I don't want to see you. I will not think about you. I'm done. Go out of my life. I'm finished. And that's it. Well, you will see what happens afterwards. If you will start receiving their name, the synchronicities will go out of the line, such as you will receive 222, 333, or you see their birth date, or you see or like the music is coming through that is telling you something about it, and you are like, oh my God, I cannot breathe. Or even if he's reaching out to you, why is it happening? It's because the higher self is coming in and saying to you, I'm here. Do not forget me. I am here. Connect with me. So that's why you can try this. You can try. It's one of the other effective ways. I would say the three most effective ways so far are the inner knowing, asking for a sign in a sense of meditation, and letting go of them, saying, okay, I had enough of you. I don't want to think about you. I don't want to feel you. I don't want to know anything about you. I'm done. I'm not on this twin flame journey. It's another mumbo jumbo, whatever. And you will see. You will see what happens. If the universe goes into panic, if the higher self goes into the panic, you have your answer. And the next is like, in a sense of the 10th one, is that it triggers your deep spiritual awakening and awareness of your own higher self. Again, your deep spiritual awakening can happen in any other way as well. One is just twin flames, that they trigger it. So they will really trigger your connection with your higher self, that you feel your life is no longer the same. You hear the voice of your soul. You're starting to come across with people that are more spiritual, that are connecting with you, that are trying to help you to get there where you're supposed to. And if that happens right after you have met someone you had no idea that existed, and it was in a sense of short short time together or something like this, is something to pay attention to it. And I would end this with the 11th one, is that the weird things are happening constantly on this journey. And this is just what I'm going to say to you, is that if you are, let's say, in love with your soulmate or even a karmic, the weird things will not happen. Yes, a little bit here and there when their higher self tries to, by the way, twin flame, it's like on steroids. You are going somewhere, there is a synchronicity that tells you something, or another person will walk up to you and let's say you're thinking about it. Oh, I wonder if I should go to beach to surf today. And then all of a sudden another person comes to you and says, oh, you know what is very good for you if you would go surfing and you would connect with water. And you're sitting there and you're thinking like, I was just thinking about it. How this a random person comes and tells me these kind of things. Or that you feel and hear them physically around you. That all of a sudden you can feel how your twin is so next to you and you're like, am I insane? Why on earth I'm feeling a person who I shouldn't be feeling somehow, but I keep on feeling it, and it's so intense, and it's just so much that I cannot control it no longer, and I just want to let go of it, but it's very difficult to let go of it. And or you receive like constantly their name, somebody's telling you something, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to get out of it. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm trying to do everything to stop it. But it's always happening. And the weird things are just guiding you from one place to another. And that's how it is. That's how it is. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can, of course, write a comment about your weird things that have happened in the comments, just again to give a validation that these weird things that are happening, it's not like coincidence, like we would like to call it. No, they are happening for real, because everything is connected. Okay, so I hope it helped you a little bit. Those of you who still feel like, oh, I need some clarification, I don't know what to do next. The links are in the bio. You can, in the description, you can book your session with me, twinflameawakeningjourney.com, or join the Patreon as well, because your Patreon support is absolutely wonderful. There are 2 new meditations out there, channeling meditation and the law of attraction meditation. So you can try both of these and see how it works for you. Always your feedback is the best. We had some sound problems on the last one, so I had to redo it. And about the retreat, I cannot believe that we are actually 11 of us now. I have 1 more spot left. Like I said, we can do 12, up to 12 people. If any of you today feels it's my time to become a higher self, and I don't know how to get there, I don't know how to listen to my inner voice, and why do I have so many fears, why I cannot stop thinking about this person, then this might be your last chance. So there is a final places left, and I can't believe we are 11 of us. And all the information about the retreat is on the website, so you can find it on the description. And yeah, we will meet on Patreon call, our group session on this Sunday again, 12 o'clock New York time, 6 o'clock Paris time. And we will have another 2 hours of talking. I will try to send out an email of asking what type of topic you would like to discuss this time. And like I said, it's always a free form. You can come, you can leave whenever you feel like. There are no rules, restrictions, or things that has to happen. And happy Lunar New Year as well for all the dragons out there. I hope we have some dragons, so if we do, leave a comment again. Anyways, I had a great time that you were here today. I want to say a sincere thank you for each one of you who supports this channel, who's trusting me with their journey and stories. You are the best. I am really thankful. Thank you, and thank you. Lots of love and light.